Hi, I'm Wasim. For those who are new on this channel, I'd like to introduce myself. I am a medical student doing my MBBS from a prestigious government institute in Mumbai. I have created a separate video about myself in details. I'll post the link to it in the description. And a new year has begun, so let's have a rap, shall we? But rather than your favorite artist or the most songs you've heard this year, we will try a bit different approach to the wrapped or recap concept. First, try to remember the number of hours you have doom scrolled this year. And then try to remember the number of hours you sat idle, regretting the fact you have wasted all those hours and watched this exact type of video in absolute regret and went back to doom scrolling. Well, I'm pretty sure that number is something no one is proud of. And I'm pretty sure everyone wants to fix that. It is really difficult to get out of that cycle and habit and do something really productive that you are or your family will be proud of. Everyone make mistakes. I, you, and everyone else around us. So let's try to make sure you don't carry those exact same habits into the new year, right? Well, this video will help you do that if you correctly apply the principles taught in this video to your life. Well, the number of books you read doesn't matter if you don't apply them. So, this video will be divided into three parts. The first part will be to delete or remove your present habits. The second part would be to how to build and identify the habits which are good for you and fit your lifestyle. Honestly, you don't have to go travel the world if you are broke as fuck. So, the third point will be how to continue the habit that you have built to probably your whole life. At the end of this video, I will be providing the sources, the books, particularly The Atomic Habits by James Clear, an absolute wonder of a book. I'm actually using a large of that source material in this video. So I'm not sponsored. He has not sponsored this video. I'm no one to be sponsored by him. But he's a great author and his newsletter is also amazing. I will request you to check that out and apply those principles in your life. Well, now let's head on to the first part of our video, that is to eliminate your current bad habits. The most crucial step to eliminate or to do anything in your life is to first identify your problems. I am pretty sure you have heard this thing in a million videos, but trust me, this rest of this video could go to hell, but this one point stands above everything. To first identify and accept your mistakes, the problems which you are facing right now. And I'm pretty sure in this generation, everyone is like occupied with doom scrolling. I believe none of your lives depend on Instagram, YouTube, or Snapchat. So please, the only way you can eliminate those distractions is to uninstall the fucking app. Yeah, it is going to sound super harsh. And you will give me reasons like, oh my god, I have like a million friends there. But honestly, do those people or the people you call friends respect you? Feel that you are some kind of value to their life? Well, if you are watching this video, we both know the answer. It is not only for doom scrolling that this video can be applicable, but to any habit. The reason why I told you to uninstall the app was because to make sure you don't encounter it or it doesn't trigger you into your habits. By creating systems or by making your surroundings in such a way that the tendency to lean into that habit reduces. That is the key point that you want to focus. Well, if I telling you to delete or uninstall that app wasn't drastic enough, the next step is going to be a lot sudden. It is not just by uninstalling some apps or software that your life will go 180, but you will also have to understand and eliminate or change some people around you. It is not just that some app or your environment can trigger you into some things, it is also your circle, your acquaintances that carry certain habits with them. You should try to inculcate or surround yourself with people who you want to become as. You don't want to make them like you. By now, you should have gotten the idea of how to eliminate your existing habits. So now let's move on to our second part of this video. That is how to build good habits that suit your life. You don't have to dream, even though there is nothing wrong with aiming something which you cannot achieve right now, but we need to be on the practical end of the spectrum. Right now, you cannot just go out of your house and start exploring this world from Mount Fuji to Antarctica. I'm pretty sure if you had that capability, you would not be here. Now, it is very essential to choose habits which are already in accordance with your current lifestyle. For example, I, being a med student, cannot take up extreme habits. For example, I cannot do base jumping, skydiving, or powerlifting. I personally have to inculcate or consider my existing primary way of life. You don't have to change your complete decorum to make sure that you are doing something productive. For example, I myself am learning guitar. Learning guitar suits my lifestyle, and now I'm also doing content creation side by side because I can make time by reducing my wasteful activity. Learning an instrument can be a great habit as it boosts creativity and forces you to learn something which is a bit different from your current mode of life. It is not just the fact that your habit should be very easy, it should also pose a little bit of challenge to give you that thrill of accomplishing something in that particular life. One particular habit that I personally myself promote a lot and is very, very proactive myself is reading. Reading books gives you the experiences that other people have without experiencing or giving that much amount of time. Even this video itself, a large part of it is sourced from The Atomic Habits by James Clear and The Mindset by Carol Dweck. So I will be listing a really good collection of books that you can read as a first read. The books that you read should not only be very difficult non-fiction books like 48 Laws of Power, Laws of Human Nature by Robert Greene. Robert Greene is a great author. I personally love this book. 48 Laws of Power is an absolute masterpiece. You should also give it a read. You don't always have to read difficult books, but you can also start with easy books, novels, fiction to get into yourself in that habit. You don't always have to start extreme. You have to build steps. The really great point that the book Atomic Habits has is being 1% better every day. What does it mean by it? Being 1% better is by carefully modding or molding certain small factors which can lead to a bigger change, but making sure there is some movement or there is some change rather than no change at all. If you have extreme sedentary lifestyle and you don't go out much, then I would tell you to refrain from reading or books, not to refrain at all, but to prioritizing it after your health. You should inculcate walking, gym. Gym is a life changer. Even myself, I'm trying to start gym, but I'm not be able to make time myself. But gym is a very good activity. Gym can get you in shape, it boosts your stamina, and in fact, most of the illnesses, the tendency of illnesses will be reduced by going to gym. Gym is a great hobby, and I would recommend you to join gym. You can find the list of recommended books in the description. Now, let's head on to our third part of this video. That is to maintain or continue those habits. The most crucial step to maintain anything in the long term is to make sure you have a log of it. Log in the sense you have to make entries about every accomplishment you make. I would prescribe you to make a journal which in which you will document every step of your journey. For example, if you are learning guitar, I will make a particular video on the way you can learn guitar because that is something which I personally know of. You can write in the journal about which steps you have taken, which what have you accomplished in that date, not only for guitar or musical instrument. You can go for books you read, the books which you have read, what you have learned. The another way to make sure you maintain those habits is to maintain the system which promotes that habit. The same way we are able to eliminate habits by making an opposing environment, the same way we can inculcate a habit is by making a productive or a supportive environment. For example, if I have my guitar in front of me all the times, I will have a higher tendency to play it. If it is somewhere hidden, somewhere in the house, I will not be able to play it as much as I could. The same way, if you have to complete or study something, complete a journal, if you are writing something, you have to make sure that it is within your vicinity or your visibility. And the other way you can make sure you continue those habits along with making a journal is that you have to give yourself deadlines. For example, I will give you my example, current example is that I had that deadline that I will post this video on 1st of January. You have to make a specific quantifiable goal deadline which you have to complete in any stance. Whatever you have to pull all nighters to do that, or you have to do whatever step you have to take. I hope you like this video and it was worth your time. Do share, subscribe, and like this video. I'm trying to make my space in this community. Till then, see you next time.